Okay, so look, it's no surprise to any of you all that the opioid epidemic has been plaguing our nation for years now. We all know the pain, the suffering that our communities have continued to endure. In just my brief time in Congress, I've had to speak to and comfort the families who have lost loved ones far, far too many times. This is a disease of addiction that does not see race, gender, geography, or socioeconomic status. Now, we all know that this epidemic has morphed from a pill problem to a heroin problem to now a fentanyl problem. In just 5 years, fentanyl-related deaths rose from less than 2,000 in 2013 to more than 28,000 in 2018. Now, we all know where the majority of this fentanyl is coming from. It's coming from China, and it's arriving via the post office. In the facility behind me, over 50% of international mail coming into the United States is screened. Now, this is how the fentanyl is getting into this country. Yet somehow we cannot act cohesively with one overarching strategy to truly combat this scourge at the scale that it requires. Squabbles in the air to this international mail facility. It has been reported that Chinese manufacturers recommended shipping illicit fentanyl through the United States Postal Service rather than other shipping companies, because our detection is not nearly as strong. So last month I chaired a congressional hearing with the top Homeland Security watchdog, who highlighted serious deficiencies and lack of action to improve screening of international mail right here at JFK, despite the warnings and the recommendations of the Inspector General. These recommendations included actually inspecting all international mail that has been selected for inspection, bringing in more canine teams dedicated to this international mail facility, and improving technology and screening processes. Now, let me make this very clear though. On this tour today, I met incredible public servants. Nothing that we say today is a knock on them. Each and every day they come here, they serve the country, they keep their head down, and they try to serve this country, and all too often we never talk about their successes. But today what I do want to speak about is the fact that yet again our upper echelon bureaucrats, our nation's leaders, have once again failed us. You see, a key recommendation that was made was that a new lab gets built on this facility, because right now what they have is an ad hoc lab built in a closet. Because yet again, our men and women in uniform have been forced to try to get the job done despite being ignored. So it was recommended that this new lab get built so drugs could actually be screened on site rather than shipped to Newark, where we won't get the screening back for 2 weeks. You say, what does 2 weeks matter? Try doing a sting operation with information that's 2 weeks old. So the GSA agrees to it. The money, they have the money. Port Authority, which owns this facility, agrees to it. They know what the plan is. They have to remove rows and rows of Stone Age era equipment that is not even being used, fills an entire room so we can put the lab there. But guess what? Now they're dragging their feet. Now they hide their inaction, they hide their incompetency behind all these bureaucratic words that are just make things more complicated than they are. So here's my message to them. Here's my message to GSA and to the Port Authority. And all those others who are involved in holding this lab up. Well, if you want to keep on dragging your feet, I'm going to drag you to my district where you can explain to the mothers and the fathers who have lost their children to this epidemic. You can explain to them while you're taking your sweet time. You can explain that to them. You know, everyone today wants to talk about build the wall, build the wall, build the wall. They're just talking about the border. Well, let's build a lab. Because because our kids are dying from drugs coming overseas, and we can stop it. I was also seriously distressed by the fact that despite these canine teams being recommended, despite them being resourced, they're not yet here. Multiple canine teams that we need to screen for fentanyl, they are not yet on site. This should have happened yesterday. We're not going to stop it. We're not going to stop advocating for this. We're not going to stop bringing attention to this issue until these changes are made. We need all hands on deck to stop this fentanyl. It's about time that we truly commit ourselves. It's about time that we truly realize that this is not an issue subject to political divisiveness. This is not an issue subject to a momentary tweet. This is an issue that requires continued resolve. So that not one mother should have to worry about not if, but when her son will overdose. Not one more child will have to watch as their older sibling, who they've looked up to their entire life, is consumed by disease. No more excuses, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for action. Thank you again. I look forward to hearing your questions.
If funds were allocated, how long do you think it would take to get this new lab going?
That's just the problem. The funds have been allocated.
Gotcha.
The funds have been allocated. The money's all there. So now what happens is you got GSA, you got the Port Authority who owns this facility that are tying themselves into a pretzel. I will go in there myself, start unscrewing that equipment. I'll start carrying it out myself, Carl and I, and we'll help build the lab ourselves. I am sick and tired of the absence of urgency in regards to this problem. Sick and tired of it. Kids are dying. Kids are dying. What else?
All right, thanks everybody.
All right. Thank you again.